Stop. Before you sign on that Austin dream home, you need to know about the Austin-specific mistake that could cost you an extra $825 a month. That's just one of the 5 common errors I see relocators make that can cost them tens of thousands of dollars. And in this video, I'm showing you all 5 so you can avoid them. So you're moving to Austin, that's awesome. But before you start mapping out your breakfast taco tour, let's make sure that move is a financial success. Hi, my name is Allyson Carter, and as a real estate agent here in Austin, I've seen it all. The amazing moves, the financial headaches that come from a simple, avoidable errors. This video isn't about scaring you. It's about preparing you, because what the Best of Austin list don't tell you is that buying a home here has its own unique set of rules. I'm here to make sure your dream move to Austin doesn't turn into a financial regret. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1. The property tax blind spot. All right. The first and maybe most expensive mistake I see is focusing only on the sticker price of a home. You see a house for $450,000, you're pre-approved for that much, and you think, great, I'm all set. But in Austin, that's only half of the equation. The number that really matters is your total monthly payment. And the biggest shock for newcomers is often property taxes. Now, it's true that Texas has no state income tax, which is fantastic, but local governments have to get their funding somewhere, and that's where property taxes come in. Here in the Austin area, combined tax rates fall in the 1.8 to 2.5% range, but they can go even higher depending on specific mix of city, county, school district, and other special taxes. Let's make that real. On a $450,000 home, a 2.2% tax rate is an extra $990,000 a year, or $825 a month on top of your mortgage. I had clients from California who bought a gorgeous home in a new community. The mortgage looked amazing compared to what they were used to. What they didn't fully factor in was the MUD tax, a municipal utility district tax that came with it. It tacked on a few extra $100 to their monthly bill, pushing their affordable home right into the edge of their budget. That first year was a real struggle. So here's what to do. Before you even think about an offer, ask your lender for a full monthly payment estimate. And I mean full. Principal, interest, and specific estimates for property taxes, homeowners insurance, and any HOA fees for that exact address. Don't settle for a generic average. Your agent should help you find the specific tax info for a property. You're not just buying a house, you're buying a monthly payment. Know that number down to the dollar. Mistake number 2, the neighborhood on paper trap. The second big mistake, picking a neighborhood based on a quick Google search or a friend's recommendation from 5 years ago. Austin is a patchwork of unique neighborhoods, each with its own vibe, culture, and yes, traffic. What looks perfect online might be a terrible fit for you in real life. You'll read about the vibe of South Congress, the tree-lined streets of Tarrytown, or the creative energy of East Austin. And it's all true, but what does that actually mean for your day-to-day life? Do you crave a coffee shop you can walk to? Or do you need a huge backyard for your dogs? Is your top priority a top-rated school, or is it being 5 minutes from a hiking trail? Here's a classic scenario. A couple moves for a tech job, and here's the domain is the spot. Shopping, restaurants, close to the tech corridor. They buy a condo there, only to realize they hate having to drive everywhere on weekends. They miss the quirky, walkable feel of a neighborhood like Hyde Park. Now they're stuck, spending their weekends in traffic just to get to the parts of Austin they actually love. The solution is to road test your lifestyle before you even look at houses. Make a list of all your non-negotiables. What's your real commute tolerance? School needs. Do you need outdoor space? What's the proximity to your third places, the grocery store, gym, and parks you'd like to be at all the time? Then, once you have a short list of neighborhoods, go spend real time there. And don't just drive through. Go on a Saturday morning. Go during a rush hour on a Tuesday. Walk the streets. Go to the local HEB. Get a feel for the rhythm of the place. This is how you avoid buying a great house in a neighborhood that's totally wrong for you. Mistake number 3, the commute miscalculation. This leads us to a mistake number 3, which is close relative to the last one, completely underestimating Austin traffic. Here, Distance in miles is almost meaningless. What matters is time. I-35, Mopac, and Highway 183 are our main arteries, and at rush hour, they can feel like parking lots. A home in a suburb like Leander or Kyle might seem like a bargain, and on a Sunday afternoon, the drive downtown is a piece of cake. But try that same drive at 7:30 on a Monday morning, and you could be looking at an hour and 20-minute crawl. That's nearly 3 hours of your day every day in a car. That's a soul-crushing mistake that will wreck the quality of your life. I worked with a buyer moving for a job downtown. He found a brand new house in Manor he loved. He checked Google Maps at 11 a.m. and it said 25 minutes. Looked perfect. I begged him to do the drive during rush hour. He was hesitant, but he did it. The trip took him 55 minutes, and that was on a good day with no accidents. It was a deal breaker. He ended up in a slightly smaller, older home in South Austin that gave him an hour of his life back every single day. Here's the non-negotiable solution. You have to test drive your potential commute at the exact times you actually would be driving. Do it on a Tuesday morning. Do it on a Thursday afternoon. Don't just trust the colored lines on an app. Feel the stop and go for yourself. Even if you work from home now, consider the commute reality for resale value and for those times you need to drive to the airport or your favorite spots. Don't let a 30-minute guess turn into a daily 2-hour regret. Mistake number 4. Ignoring Austin-specific inspection risk. Every city has quirks, and Austin is no exception. Mistake number 4 is treating the home inspection like a simple checkbox instead of a deep dive into Austin-specific problems. That beautifully staged home you love could be hiding a 5-figure problem that's common in Central Texas. The number 1 issue here is the foundation. Much of the area is built on expansive clay soil. When it rains, the soil swells, and when it's dry, it shrinks. This movement puts an incredible stress on a home's foundation. Think cracks in the walls, doors that don't close properly, and uneven floors. I've seen gorgeous remodels where a buyer almost missed the signs, but an expert found it needed $15,000 in foundation work. Ignoring this is a huge financial disaster waiting to happen. The second Austin-specific risk is the HVAC system. Our summers are no joke, and an air conditioner here works way harder than in most places. An inspector needs to check the age of the unit, its service history, and its performance. A 15-year-old AC unit might have a few years left in a milder climate. In Austin, it's living on borrowed time, and a full replacement can easily run $8,000 to $15,000 or more. Other common issues are hail damage on roofs from our wild spring storms and plumbing problems in older homes. The solution is to hire a top-tier local inspector and then flag anything: foundation, roof, HVAC. Spend the extra few $100s to get a specialist opinion during your option period. That small investment is the most powerful tool you have to protect yourself from a massive unexpected expense. If you're finding this helpful and want to make sure you've got an expert on your side who lives and breathes this stuff, I'd love to connect. Subscribe for more tips, and you can find my contact information and a link to my free Austin relocation guide in the description below. Mistake number 5, rushing the process and using the wrong agent. The final mistake ties all the others together. Rushing the process and working with the wrong agent. Moving is stressful. You've got deadlines, a whole life to pack up, and the pressure is on to find a place fast. It's so tempting to cram the entire home search into one whirlwind weekend trip. That is a recipe for disaster. Rushed buyers make emotional decisions. They overlook red flags because they have house fever. They fall for the staging, not the substance. They settle for a neighborhood that's just good enough because they feel the clock ticking. This is where all the costly mistakes are born. Often this is made worse by working with an agent who isn't a true relocation specialist. A great agent does more than unlock doors. They're your project manager, your strategic advisor, and your expert on the ground. A great agent will tell you not to buy a house if it's a bad deal. They'll connect you with trusted local lenders and inspectors. They'll do video tours for you, pointing out the crack in the ceiling or the noisy road that you can't see on Zillow. The solution is twofold. First, start the process months before you move. Get pre-approved with a great local lender. Sellers agents in Austin often prefer offers with the local lenders they know can close on time. With that pre-approval ready, you can start the real neighborhood research from afar. Second, interview your real estate agent. Ask them about their experience helping people relocate. Ask them to point out a property's flaws, not just its selling points. The right agent will feel like a partner, not a salesperson. They are the key to avoiding every other mistake we've talked about. So let's recap the 5 big mistakes. Focusing only on the list price. Picking a neighborhood on paper without a real-world test. Miscalculating your daily commute. Ignoring Austin-specific inspection risks like foundations and the HVAC. And finally, rushing the whole thing with the wrong guide. Buying a home in Austin is still a fantastic investment in your life. The city is growing for a reason. It's an incredible place to live, but a smart move requires a smart strategy. By avoiding these common traps, you're not just saving money, you're setting yourself up for a happy, successful life in your new Austin home. If you're planning a move and want to make sure it's done right, my contact information is in the description. I help people just like you make a smart move to Austin every single day, and I'd be honored to help you too. Thanks for watching.